Hi friend, I'm Marcus here with SpeakYourMindMethod.com. So what if I told you that 2 plus 2 equals 4? What if I told you that 10 divided by 2 equals 5? What if I told you that coffee is so much better than tea? Was the coffee claim maybe unscientific and unnecessary? Sure, but I'm still right. But all jokes aside, this is the kind of basic math that is very real for not only 2 plus 2 equals 4, but also for your speech and overcoming stuttering and blocking. Because here is a law that I want you to think about nonstop for the next 2 to 3 days, because it's a really powerful idea. And the law goes like this. If you can make one small improvement, you can make 1,000. Think about that. If you can make one small improvement with your speech, you can make 1,000. That is basic math. If you have the ability to make one improvement, to make 2, to make 3, you can make 1,000. You can make 2,000 improvements. And this is my story. This is the kind of basic math that helped me rise above my stuttering, especially when I was a teenager, to the place where I am now. It wasn't some magic pill. It wasn't some quick fix. Instead, it was a string of small improvements. And this is how it works. This is how you build skills. This is how you learn new habits. And to give you another example of this, let's say you want to walk about, let's say 5 miles to your friend's house. Maybe it's a really nice day outside. You like to jog, you like to run, you like to walk. So you're like, you know what? I'm gonna walk there. What happens if you head straight for your friend's house that's 5 miles away and you put one foot in front of the other? Small step, small step, small step, small step, small step. What is inevitably going to happen at some point? You are going to reach your destination. You will reach that house that is 5 miles away if you keep going towards it. If you keep taking one more step, one more step, one more step. Sure, maybe it'll take longer than you want. Maybe you get tired and you'll stop and take a water break, or maybe stop and get some food. But if you keep going, step after step, eventually you will inevitably reach that place. And this is why I was so bold with the title of this video. It's like, if you do this, you will overcome stuttering. And it's very true. If you make one small improvement with your speech, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 500, and then 1,000, and then 2,000, once you reach a certain number of small improvements that just string out, that stack up on top of each other, guess what? You've reached transformation. That is an inevitable reality. This is basic math. If you just get a little better and you keep that going, you will at some point reach a place where transformation is evident. It's real. And so I want to encourage you, my friend, take this approach of small improvements. Not a magic pill, not a bullshit quick fix. Take the approach that is sustainable, that will actually give you a lifetime of fluency, not 3 weeks of fluency, and then you relapse back to where you were, or more likely, worse than you were before the 3 weeks. And so is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be exciting? Yes. But is it going to be worth it to have lifelong fluency that enhances the quality of your life for the rest of your life? Of course that's worth it. And so if you needed a sign to stop looking at quick fixes, at magic pills that aren't actually quick fixes, or they might work for a couple days because of the placebo effect and yada, yada, yada. But quick fixes, your brain isn't actually being rewired from a quick fix. And so you're going to relapse. You're going to fall right back into the old patterns as soon as anything unsettles you, even a little bit. You're going to go right back to the old patterns, and it's going to feel worse than before. Now, before I wrap up this video, I want to quickly share 3 reasons why fluency and high levels of speech excellence in your life, I want to share why and how that will change your life. Before I do that though, I do want to let you know I do have my free Stop Stuttering workshop. So if you have been engaged with what I've been saying about making small improvements and stringing that out, if you can make 1, you can make 1,000. If that resonates with you, then what you need is a system in place. You need a plan in place to reach that point. Okay. And so this is why I offer my free Stop Stuttering workshop. Yes, it's 100% free. So be sure to check this out. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you follow it, you could achieve 90% fluency in as little as 6 weeks. So be sure to check that out before you head out. And now let's go ahead and I want to quickly share the 3 reasons why fluency will change your life. Reason number 1, you'll have more energy to put toward things you care about. Imagine that. Imagine no longer feeling drained from the anxiety, from the dread of having to go to a speaking situation or the dread of that phone call you have coming up. Imagine being able to have or to use that energy in a way that helps the quality of your life. Because now you can use that energy to further your career, to make your relationships better, to build other skills in your life. You have that energy now that you no longer need to waste on speech anxiety and dread and waking up and immediately feeling that heavy cloud of like, oh crap, I'm a stutterer. I hate this. This is so annoying. What if you didn't have to deal with that anymore? Think about how much more energy you would have and how you would be able to use that energy to live a more productive and just higher quality life. So that's reason number 1. You'll have more energy to put toward things you care about. Reason number 2 why fluency will change your life is you will feel much more connected in the social world. And you've probably been that person. I think almost all of us have been that person at least once in our lives where we are at a social gathering or a party and we're that person in the corner. We're very anxious. We're just holding a drink or something and we just feel like getting out. We don't want to deal with it. We're terrified of stuttering. Maybe earlier in the event or the party we did stutter and now we're just kind of drowning in this self-talk of you're an idiot. Why are you stuttering? You can't even say your name, like all these thoughts in your head. And of course, when you're in that mental state, when you take that position and that's how you feel, you don't have the energy to be attractive to other people, to be engaging. And so therefore, you're kind of alone sulking in the corner. This has been me. I've done this. And many of you resonate with this as well. But what if that wasn't your story anymore? What if because of your speech and because of everything that you've learned throughout this process of learning these speech skills that you've learned, now you are able to be engaging. You are able to think outward and not be so self-obsessed and be all up in your head. Instead, you can look at the people around you and engage with them and be an attractive friend and be a person that people love talking to. I mean, that in of itself, that is unbelievably powerful, to be somebody that other people want to talk to. Imagine how much that would improve the quality of your relationships, of your dating life, of your career, of your professional work and your professional relationships. Everything gets better when you are the type of person who people want to talk to. Okay, so that is reason number 2. You will feel much more connected in the social world. And finally, reason number 3 that fluency will change your life is becoming a great speaker opens the door to you becoming the best version of yourself. And this is where I truly am so grateful to my younger self for putting in the work, because now I am reaping the rewards of that. I am benefiting greatly from the hours of practice, of effort, of trying to educate myself on what it takes to be a good speaker, on the science behind it. Like, can I actually do this? Is this actually possible? And then being affirmed and having it confirmed that yes, you can. And then me stringing out these small improvements over time. Like, I'm so grateful that I did that I didn't give up. And this fluency that I now experience, that has opened the door to so many opportunities. Like, I have now pursued my dreams as an entrepreneur that I most likely would not have really had. I most likely would not have had the confidence to pursue these dreams if I didn't have my speech, if I hadn't worked on my speech to become highly skilled and to not struggle with stuttering and blocking anymore. And also when I think about my dating life, it would be bad if not non-existent, like it used to be, literally non-existent. So it would either be bad or non-existent if I couldn't communicate well. And so that is also not an issue. Is my dating life perfect? Of course not, right? It's tough, but I don't have stress or anxiety about like relationships, dating, like I could never get somebody. It's like, no, I have way more confidence than I have ever had before when it comes to my ability to be social, to go on a date, to be able to build a business. And so now I want you to do this. Close your eyes and imagine what your life could look like if your speech became a strength of yours. So imagine, not only your speech no longer hindering you from doing what you want, but imagine your speech being so good that it elevates you, that it helps you become elevated in your career, in your dating life, in your social life, and in your family, in your relationships, just because you now speak better and you communicate better. Like, these things are so powerful. So I want you to meditate on that and really think about how much better your life could be. What is the value of fluent speech? What is the value of being able to communicate well? Well, the value of that is you live a much more rich and fulfilling life, right? It's still a hard life. Nobody's life is easy. But at the end of the day, if you can speak well, then you have so much power. And so there it is. That's reason number 3. When you become a great speaker, it opens the door to you being able to become the best version of you. So, my friend, remember this. If you can make one small improvement, you can make 1,000. And if you want to start that process, then I have my free Stop Stuttering workshop. Link is in the description. Be sure to check that out before you head out, because that gives you the plan, the roadmap, the system, gives you everything you need to get started and to start making these small improvements and stacking them on top of each other. Okay, I will leave a link in the description below. Again, it's 100% free, so be sure to go check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day.